trying to say that it's not possible for Mama to come.
Okay.
Because me, as I sit here, I don't even have a passport. I've never traveled before. I've been in Ghana for the past 57 years of my life.
Congratulations.
So for me to say that I'll leave to Togo, it was a political gimmicks.
Okay.
Trying to
ginger the people.
Ginger the people. Look, let's make it happen. And then at the end of the day, Mama proved to me that everything is possible.
Do you regret the topic? Do you regret the statement?
No.
You don't? Okay, it's just political talk.
Political talk.
All right, with that out of the way, let's go and talk about why we're here. It's we're looking at marriage and just the foundations in law. And let's start with understanding what types of marriages are available in Ghana.
To start with, we should see the marriage institution as a serious institution, and we should see it as a contract. Legally, every marriage is a contract. So we don't joke with marriage. It's a contractual relationship where there are do's and don'ts and terms and conditions under which we marry. So in Ghana, we've made provision for 3 types of marriages. Contractual marriages that is recognized by law.
3 types.
3 types. So anytime you enter into a marriage, it's based on promise, and every contract is based on promise, and those promise is said that the court will enforce. So when you are going to marry, you are entering into a contract where you are promising somebody, and somebody too is promising you, and then you have decided to live by those promises. Therefore, in law, we have 3 types of marriages. We have the customary marriage. Okay. That is the proper one where families are brought together to ensure that 2 people, a man and a woman, get married and then tie down.
Okay, let me use myself as an example. So over 20 years ago, I went over to the house of the lady who's now my wife, and we knocked. So that was a knocking. We gave a drink and everything. And so what at that level, what was that?
You see,
at a knocking level, is that a marriage?
Knocking level is not marriage.
Okay.
It is a preparatory grounds. It is what we call trying to lay foundation. So knocking are all intentions.
Okay.
You know, in contract, you have intention to enter.
So the knocking is an intention. I'm knocking on the door.
Yes. And then, you know, we have this issue of knocking where a lot of men of God that I know have taken advantage of that to have sex with the opposite sex.
After the knocking.
That is strategy. You know, the man of God want to have sex with you. What he does is that, so I mean, knocking. So with the knocking, they know that it's not marriage. It's just an intention, trying to make it known to the girl's family that I'm interested.
Okay, all right.
Then they allow them to stay together. Then sex takes place. Then later on, the man of God comes around to say that, oh, I've prayed and spiritually I don't see as being compatible. So when there is knocking, it's not marriage.
So 6 months after the knocking, we came, 2 families came together, my representatives, we presented gifts and everything. At that level, is that a marriage?
Yes. Once you make a proposal, the man's family or man make a proposal to the woman, the family meets, they decide on the conditions under which you contract this marriage. The payment, dowries, and everything is done.
Okay.
Once it's done according to your tradition or the woman's tradition, then that's marriage.
At that level, I remember when we finished that event, I said I was taking the woman home, and her aunties said, I have to wait for the church. I can't take her home. And I protested to my father-in-law, and he said, no, you can take the woman home. You've married her. Was he right?
He was wrong. She was wrong, because you see, the marriage took place immediately you finish with the customary one.
Okay.
The church one is just a ceremony. It comes in two forms. At times after the customary, you can go to church and receive only the blessings.
Okay.
And the blessing is not the marriage. The blessing is not the marriage.
So at the traditional
level, that is where the marriage took place, where both families decide to contract that marriage. Take to consideration, that's the payments and all those things that they demanded, and you meet those requirements. Okay. That is the proper marriage.
At that level, is it potentially polygamous?
Yes, it's potentially polygamous, because under our law, every customary marriage is polygamous in nature, meaning the man can marry 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 1,000. There's no limit. But the woman cannot. Women are prohibited from marrying more men, but men are allowed to marry more women.
So at that level, if I hadn't gone to the church for the Christian thing and had the
the church rule is just ceremonial. The church comes in when you decide to do the ordinance marriage. When now you have moved from customary, you are now converting your customary marriage into an ordinance. That is where now you go through the proper ordinance procedure, where you go and then notify the registrar general. There's a bond, there's an announcement. Then there are conditions where you go and then sign another ordinance certificate.
So that certificate I signed when we did the church thing, when was that?
That is the ordinance marriage. Is the certificate where the registrar general, the registrar of marriage has the power to do the registration, but they delegate some to the churches.
So they come to the church.
So the churches go in for some of these marriage forms, and then they try to do what the registrar of marriage act to do.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, when you decide to do the ordinance marriage, that is where the church comes in to provide the place of worship, provide the minister who is licensed to do so, and then ensure that you go through the marriage ordinance procedure to ensure that you have a monogamous marriage.
Does every church wedding marriage have to have the signature at the end?
It is an intention. You see, you can decide that you have your customary marriage, then you go to church and do the blessing without necessarily going through the signing.
Okay, but it means you can still be polygamous, or the church doesn't allow you to be polygamous.
You'll be polygamous because your marriage is customary. The church just came in to bless. It's once you do the customary, the pastor can come and then bless that marriage. But you have already invited the gods. By point of libation, you have invited God to witness. So unless you decide to do the ordinance, that's where the church decide to bring in another procedure where they showcase your marriage to the world. That it's an ordinance marriage. Therefore, you are no more under the customary law marriage, but now you have become a monogamous, meaning your marriage is one man, one wife. That's all.
Can you do an ordinance marriage without a customary marriage in Ghana?
Yeah, in law, you can. In law, you can. Because you see, when it comes to ordinance marriage, you don't need the parental consent for you to marry. When it comes to ordinance. When it comes to customary marriage, parental consent and the family consent is so crucial. But when it comes to the ordinance, all that they need is witnesses. So you can decide that, look, you met a woman you want to marry. Now the issue is that you try to tell your dad, your dad says no. You tell your mother says no. None of the family member is interested. In fact, you can go ahead to the registrar general. All that they need is 2 witnesses from the man's side. So you can go and bring your friend or somebody, and then the woman too brings 2, and then you sign. So with the ordinary marriage, they need witnesses.
I know one colleague of mine who went to church for 6:30 mass. By 9 o'clock, she was in the office and she was married. And at the 6:30 mass, they had 2 witnesses each.
Yes,
a Catholic marriage.
So that's ordinance. That is ordinance.
Okay.
Ordinance for you don't need parental consent. You know, the parental consent and the ordinary is a blessing. You are seeking the blessings of your parents. So when it comes to ordinance, your parental consent is not important than all that you are looking for, the blessings from your family.
Is it the colonial people who brought in the ordinance marriage?
It's the British who brought, yes, the ordinance marriage is a common law marriage. You know, these, we inherited the British style of administration and their law. And the British, they don't believe in this external family. They believe in individualism. You know, when 2 people decide to marry, why should their family come in? It's only in Africa and this part of our world where we believe that the family play a very good role. So when it comes to customary law, the family, they will tell you that the marriage is between families. It's not between the individuals. Yes. But when it comes to the ordinance, the marriage is between the individuals, but not families.
Let me just ask this question again. So is it important to register a customary marriage?
Yeah, for evidential purpose. You know, when you register a customary marriage, it gives what we call conclusive evidence that you are married. You know, customary marriage is more or less oral. We don't document customary marriage. Sure. You know, the people meet. These days that modernity done, we have videos and this thing. But first, two people just meet, two family meets, and there's no document. There's no video evidence. There's no written document. So it's oral. Now what happens when all those the witnesses die? Now it comes to a time where when we are claiming that is my husband, then they said there's the evidence. So we are saying that, look, under the PNDC law 111, where issue of the husband or the wife, the spouse, become critical, because in sharing of property, we want to ensure that we are giving a portion of the estate to the legally married spouse. Okay. That is where registration comes in to create for avoidance of doubt, to ensure that at the end of the day, those who are legally married, if it is not under the customary law, or if it is monogamous, the evidence is there. Okay. Because you have the certificate. Exactly. And then a copy is a registrar general. Okay. But with the customary, most of the times we don't have any documents. So how do you what's the process of registering? You just apply. Marriage? Okay. You know, you do your traditional marriage without the presence of the registrar general. Then all that you do is to go and apply. In application, you swear affidavit that the two of you are married, and under this condition, your name, the place you married, your status, and then your parents, and then you bring your parents as witness. They also file what you call statutory declaration, declaring to the registrar that, look, they were there, they gave their consent, the family were there. Based on that, you make some small fee, then the marriage is published for 21 days. Okay. They give the public notice that A and B has come before them, and they are saying that, look, they are married, they married on this day, this time, customarily. Therefore, if you have any objection, then come forward. Come forward. If you don't have any objection, after 21 days, then they issued the customary marriage certificate. Okay. What happens if the man who customarily marries maybe this year, after 2 years, wants to marry a second wife? What does he do? You go ahead. And then come and register again? Yes. That now there are two? Yes. They will welcome as many, because under the customary law, you can marry as many. That's why there are a lot of men. Statistically, these days, they don't want this ordinance. Okay. Because to avoid side chick saga, then go the customary way, so that you have more side chicks promoted to wives. And you just register everything. Register it. Let's talk about Islamic marriage now, because that limits you to 4 women. Is that yes. Correct? Islamic marriage too is critical. It limits you to 4. But at the same time, their law requires that when you want to marry, you also don't need parental consent, but you need witnesses. Okay. So 2 men to witness your marriage, and then when it comes to women, you need 2 women and 1 man. So when it comes to 2 men witnesses, you need 2. But when it comes to the witnesses for the women are not so stronger like men. So with 2 women, you need another 1. Okay. To make it 3. Okay. So in total, 5 witnesses. No. 2 for the man? Yes. 3 for the woman? Yes. Yes. So that's what happens. And you do that in a meeting where there has been a proposal. The man proposed to the woman in the presence of these witnesses at the same meeting. And that thing is confirmed before the imam, the one who wants to officiate the marriage. That is the key issues when it comes to Islamic marriage. Okay. And then that one is limited to only 4. Okay. You can marry up to 4. So if you marry one and then next year another one, you have to come and register that you've got a second wife now? Yes, definitely. Okay. Everything is about documentation. Okay. You're watching GTV Breakfast. We're looking at issues of law in marriage in Ghana, and very soon we'll open the lines for you to ask your questions. WhatsApp number is open, so send your WhatsApp to us, 055-556-1034. My guest is a lawyer of 25 years standing, Mr. Maurice Ampao. He specializes in these cases. Let's look at issues. So if you want to transition your marriage from customary to ordinance, what do you do? Oh, it's simple. You just go to the registrar general and then pick the forms and then fill the forms, and the procedure is there for you to. So it's always easy.
Okay.
Once you want to move from, what is going to happen is that your right to marry more women is taken away from you.
And then you are converted from customary to ordinance.
So you have to know the legal implication. Once you decided that you want to move from customary marriage to ordinance, then you are going to tell the registrar and put the whole world on notice that you are no longer, you don't believe in monogamous marriage, but you believe in monogamous marriage, one man, one wife. Okay. And that is the difference.
All right. Now, I hear this people say that, listen, unless you take the marriage to church, they cannot call the woman Mrs. Is it true? I mean, no, if you are customarily married, can the woman be titled Mrs. Ampao or Mrs.
There is no law regulating Mrs. and Mrs. and there is no law. Mrs. is a right. You can decide. You can do customary marriage and call your wife Mrs. There is no law regulating that space. Okay. It's just a title. You take it.
What are the rights and responsibilities of spouses under the various types of marriage in Ghana?
Well, it's the same because the Constitution is very supreme, and it gives responsibility to all spouses. You know, when we talk about spouses, we are talking about the man and the woman. You see, currently, because of the law that promotes rights of women, married women, and then the right of married men, we are now looking at the rights in the form of their constitutional rights, then their legal rights under contracts, and then under tort, and under the marital ordinance. In all, their rights, first right is that they have the right to have what we call sexual satisfaction. So your man has the right to have access to your body. The woman too has the right to have access. So you don't deny your man sex. Neither do you also deny your woman sex. It is unreasonable. And if you fail to provide free sex, free, and I'm once again telling the women, I'm putting all Ghanaian women on notice. These days, because of the way the married women are now looking into social media, telenovelas, and then they are trying to also commercialize sex. Our wives are now trying to commercialize sex in this way. I need this. I need iPhone. Therefore, if you don't provide the iPhone, then you will not have sex. I need A, B, C, D. So married women now are now putting conditions under. And then I have a man of God who has a big belly, and so the wife says that, look, if you want to have sex and I'll be on top of you, you pay. And this man of God have been paying. No way. Yeah, yes, I've been paying 500 Ghana
to be on top of her.
Yeah. Because you realize that the man belly is too big, such that
you can't actually help him to just lower the belly.
So you see, the woman is taking advantage of the belly of the pastor, and this pastor has been paying 500 Ghana anytime.
How often does he go?
When he's on top, the man of God cannot perform. So the woman says that then it is your duty to be on top. I don't know who regulates that space. Whether when we are having sex, one person should be on top or not. There's no law.
Social media.
Social media. Yes, there's no law. The law only regulates where to penetrate. But how to go about it, no. It's a free area. So when your husband is handicapped in terms of being on top of you, and you are taking advantage, this is a serious
issue. Charging him.
Yes.
Does he negotiate?
Yes, you have to negotiate. Instead of 1,000,
so he pays
1,000, yes, 1,000 Ghana.
And he came down to 500.
Yes, 500.
Momo?
No, cash. My wife is demanding cash. You say Momo. Cash in the hand, not do that thing. And a lot of men are going through this crisis. You know, I can tell you, a lot of men are paying. Women have made it a condition. Because social media is making our wife look like, me, I'm not a sex machine. You know, if these slave queens, you can take them out and spend so much. If you go to the market, the women are paying before having sex. 1 round, how much? 2 rounds, how much? And all those things, our wives are giving this freely. Now they are looking at that space and they are making demands.
So it's illegal.
It's illegal.
So the man has rights.
You have the right.
You can take it to court.
Yeah, to court and seek divorce.
Has it happened before?
Yes.
What are some of the strange cases that have happened in your practice over the past 25 years concerning marriage?
It's about a man of God that I encounter, and the wife also mommy says that I want a divorce, and I don't know what is happening. And the woman was not telling me anything until we went before the court, and this divorce came before the judge in the chambers, and then not knowing, the man has refused to have normal legal sex, but the man has been always using the mouth under.
Okay, she doesn't like it.
Yes, and the woman says no. It's not natural. It's unnatural, and the man insists, I am the man. And for the past 7 years, this man has been doing oral sex down there with the woman for 7 years, and the woman says, I'm tired, so I want the dissolution of the marriage.
Did she get the dissolution?
Yes, definitely. Okay. Because the law is that sex is about the man penetrating, manhood. Anything that penetrates a woman is not sex. So oral sex is illegal in Ghana? It's illegal. It's illegal. It's not permissible. It's not natural. So once the man who doesn't penetrate the woman, it's not sex. Yes, no sex. And the penetration only one way, the vagina. Yeah. Any other thing is a crime. So those who are leaking, you are committing crime. Those who are sucking, you are committing crime. So those women who go around sucking men, you are all criminals. Pure criminals. Pure criminals. What can the law give you if they find you guilty? That is why President Mahama must sign. If he signs the anti-LGBT, it will come to play. Because how can you be sucking a man, and then if the man releases into your mouth, will you get pregnant? These are abuses. And there are some men, the moment you lick them, then they are happy. You don't want them down there. So men, they are addicted. What they like is sucking. So if you encourage that kind of behavior, our women will not get pregnant. And currently, this is very critical. A lot of men of God are doing anal sex. Men of God. A lot of men of God are doing anal sex. Why? I have about 5 or 6 cases before me. Why? I don't know. That is why this issue of gay and lesbianism is becoming an issue. Because you see, any man who does anal sex with a woman can do anal sex with a man. So at times when you are looking at the gay issue, you are only looking at a man and a man. No. A lot of men are penetrating the anus of their wives. Which is a criminal offense. It's a criminal offense. And I have a lot of cases coming before me, and the man says that I'm married to you, so I can do whatever. Therefore I can do. So the man is using the down, is using the place where it is not permissible. And these things are going on. And it's a source of worry. You're seeing a lot of stuff in your I'm telling you. If you're a marriage law expert, that's what you see. A lot of complaints, a lot of issues. Marriage comes before you. And currently, I have more than 72 cases pending involving men of God. Our men of God are creating problems in their marital home. They are not having enough time for their wives. They are not. If currently, out of my 72 cases, about 30 of them, the husbands are not performing. They tell you they are married to their work, crusade here, evangelism here, preaching here in the spirit, just to avoid the women. And not knowing, when they are avoiding their wives, they are having side chicks. And that's why we have this current issue. The gods of men have side chicks. Yes, the Ojaba issue. You remember the Ojaba issue? That's what is happening. These days, men of God are very difficult to have sex with the Osofumamins. They're going for the slay queens? Yes. Okay. In their churches, and it's creating a lot of tension in their marriages. Let's talk about marriage fraud before we open the phone lines. What exactly is marriage fraud? Marriage fraud is when you intentionally decide to make a statement to the whole world that you are legally married, but you know that it was not intentional. It was purposely to cheat the system. And it comes in the form of when you want to travel outside the country, we call it fake marriages. You know, fake marriages. You have a man marrying his own daughter. You have a situation where a guy married his own mother. You know, so we have these fake marriages all over. You go to Ghana Registrar General about 20% or 30% of the marriages there are fake. And then at times we lawyers I have more than 60 cases where people have contacted me to apply for dissolution of marriage. Why? Because they were all fake marriages. Now they've got into UK and they want the marriage to be dissolved. And then when you have filed in the court need the presence of these women, and then you get to know that both marriage, the man and the woman, were all fake. They fake everything.
What are the consequences for?
It's a criminal act. It's a criminal act. You can go to prison for 5 years, up to 10 years. It's a criminal act. And then we have what we call romance fraud.
Romance fraud?
Yes, which is on the high. Romance fraud. It happens in both sides. A romance fraud normally from the men, the man knows that he's not interested in you, he doesn't love you, but he tries to win your heart and then start taking money from you. And then there are some men who always take money from women. They abuse them, they get contract, they take money from them, they borrow money. So any man who borrows money from the wife or a side chick is a woman fraudster.
One time.
Just one time. How can you date a woman and then tell the woman that you want to me? It comes in the form of I need money, I'm down. Some of them they come to the form of I know one. We were sitting down there. The guy was just telling the other person that he needs money, and so you have to fake like the police have arrested him. Quickly, he called the girl. Hello, this thing. Your guy has been arrested by this thing, Asukwa police station, and they said there's an issue, so we needed this 1,000 Ghana. Quickly, the lady sent it from the market
because of the love.
Yes. So we have a lot of romance fosters, and then we have one currently. I'm doing it at this in Suhum. Do you know what happened? What? This guy dated a girl who works at a bank, and then told the girl, fraudulently told the girl that he has gotten scholarship. He have to go to Canada and do masters. So the girl have to go to the bank, borrowed 70,000 Ghana cedis to support this man's Canada educational trip. Only for the guy to use the money to rent a house at the next town. And then got a foreign chip. So every one man then will call the girl, hello baby, the weather is cold, and you know I need money to pay my rent here and there. The girl keeps on selling money.
And people do this also in marriages?
Yes, marriages. We have a lot of romance fosters in marriages. A lot of men are engaging in romance fraud. They know very well that they are not in love. They are exploiting their wife legally. Some of them take money without giving evidence of these monies. So women must watch out. And one of the things that we are not talking about, but is serious currently, whilst we are enjoying this marriage week, is the flagship things that are causing us to lose our marriages. Number one, the social media craze, social media craze, and I nearly had one myself.
You yourself?
Myself, my experience. The way I give it to my wife, she's watching. Then you take my phone and go through my phone. It's a crime. Why should a woman? Your phone is there, then the woman will take their phone and go and hide. And then you see things you don't want to see. It's a criminal act on the part of any woman to get access to any man's phone.
Where in the law does it say that?
There's a law of confidentiality, privacy, the right to privacy.
So the women are looking to their men's phones?
They are criminals.
And the men are doing the same for the women?
They are criminals.
Let's take some messages right now. Somebody says, I am a divorced, let me see. Please, I'm a divorced man with 2 children. But the woman and the parents are denying me the father to enjoy my children. As a father, what should I do? Because I want to train my family and not make them go wayward. So he's divorced, and the family and his woman, his former wife and his the family are preventing him access to the children. What can he do?
Every father has a right to have access to the children. So access to children are key. Custody to children are key. So once you are a father, you should not be denied access to your children or the right, reasonable access. So you either apply to the court for custody of these children. And if it is it's not granted, you'll be given the reasonable access.
Okay.
Because the children have the right to have, yes, father love.
Okay. This is somebody who is very happy. Please, my marriage is a customary one and I have a certificate, so I'm okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay to go.
Good to go. Good morning, Cav. Good discussion. You people, we talked about the Togo.
The Togo is very
they want to know what you're doing here. All right. Okay. Keep them coming. We'll take some calls right now.
Yeah.
And some of the rapport about men of God that Maurice Uncle revealed on the show today, were they about his clients or friends or hearsay?
My clients.
Your clients.
My clients.
Okay.
And then we have a lot of evidence all over there.
Okay, so all right. Thank you so much for your explanations. Good morning. My name is John. I really love the program because that's the problem I face. Let us know what the problem is, but we thank you that we are helping you to sort your issues out. If I marry in the Catholic Church and they issue me a marriage certificate, is it recognized by law, or is there a process to register that in law to be recognized?
You know, Catholic has a way of managing their marital affairs, and it's very strong. They believe that, look, the law is on their side, and people who marry under the ordinance and they go through the Catholic system have a way, even when it comes to divorce. They have tried to resolve your divorce issues, and to them, they have to give you the lances before you can even go to the court. So with Catholic,
do you like the Catholic system?
Definitely, it's good. It's good because at least you see, we should not rejoice over divorce. It has so many.
Because you've seen so many divorces.
It's not a factor. There's nobody who is divorced and is having peace of mind. You go through some crisis. Either your children will deny, the woman will deny the children, the pain that you go through, and then anytime you hear the success of your ex, you are in pain. You can't recover.
Say no to divorce.
No.
Let's go to Kodiabe and take a phone call right now. Hello, good morning, Kodiabe. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm well. What's your name? What's your question?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name? What's your question?
My name is Joseph Tete.
Fire away. Go ahead.
I'm calling from, my name is Joseph Tete, calling from Kodiabe.
Are you? Go ahead. Mr. Tete, please lower the volume on your TV set.
Hello?
Yes, now go ahead.
A certain boy pregnant my daughter and he refused to marry the girl. What should I do?
A guy has impregnated his daughter and has refused to marry the girl. What should he do? What can he do?
Please, when one impregnates the daughter, it's not a grounds. It's not an analysis that marriage is a voluntary issue. So what you need to do is to ensure that that guy takes care of the pregnancy, maintain the child, and then take full responsibility for the maintenance and development of the child. Okay. And then marriage is a different issue. You can't force the man to marry your daughter. And so what I can tell you is to ensure that your husband, your wife, your child is taken proper care of financially, emotionally, and then maybe your daughter will have a better marriage in the future. So you should ignore forcing the man to marry the daughter.
All right, we're going to go to Foster now. Foster, good morning. Where are you calling us from? What's your question?
I'm calling from home.
Boom, go ahead.
Yeah, please, I also got married, and then after 1 year, the woman has packed everything away. 3 years along the line, she has taken me to court that I should see her off. So I want to ask lawyer if there is a way out.
What does see her off mean? What does that mean?
Maybe compensation.
Okay.
The money. Has he served you with a court document?
Yes, please.
From the district court or where? High court?
Tema
district court?
Yes, please.
You should go through the charges, the petition. The petitioner has stated allegations accusing him. He should respond. He can go to legal aid for the service of a lawyer. He can also go to the rest of the Tema High Court for assistance. Okay. So that he can also respond to the allegations, and then the court will go into the matter.
All right. Some free advice there for you. Thank you. Good morning. My name is Emmanuel. Please ask Mr. Apal, when you are legally married and your woman cheats on you and deprives you from sex for almost a year and starts insulting and disrespecting the marriage and the man's family, and later she goes to her lawyer in the US to file for divorce, claiming that she can move on and doesn't care, leaving me as a stagnant. What should I do as a man?
Please be happy when a woman cheats and wants to leave. Be happy. Go and praise the Lord. Never forgive a cheating woman, but you can forgive a cheating man. You can forgive a cheating man. You see, men will cheat without any reason. There's no cause. We don't know why we cheat. We need deliverance. You see the thing? And then when a man cheats, we don't mean it. Men, we can cheat without love. You see, as I start from here, if I move outside and a lady follows me and say, lawyer, can I have your number? And lawyer, I like you. Before I realize I like you, I become I like you. Maybe I've not even bluffed. I'll go back to my wife. We have cheated severally and we are still with our wives. There are a lot of girls there who knows Lampa. I've cheated a lot, but I'm still with my wife. And I'll glorify my wife. But the woman, when you cheat, oh Jesus Christ, you kill us. Under like Islamic law. Any woman who cheats, I've stabbed the husband back. Because you see, when a woman wants to cheat, it takes a long time. Women cheat for a cause. And before a woman will cheat, they have already left you. And the moment a woman takes another man, they are likely to fall in love. But women are highly emotional. How many men do you see them moving when they're having sex? I'm asking you. It is only men who are not.
I don't observe other men having sex.
I said men who when they're having sex and they scream and they're shouting, they have problems.
How do they scream?
You need to control your emotions.
How do they scream?
Some men, and they say, baby, why? A man should be able to control your emotions. But women, they are allowed to mow. So when you come home and you see another man on top of your wife,
and she's moaning,
and your wife, or did you home? Hi, it's sweet. I've never seen tested before.
It's over for you.
You can't sleep.
Let's go to the phone lines.
Phone lines.
Good morning.
No.
Hello. Good morning. I've missed him. Yes. Good morning. You're live on GTV Breakfast.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Where are you calling from?
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead, sir. With Mr. Caller. Okay. Please, when you call, lower your volume to 0 and speak to us through the phone. Yeah, go ahead.
So you see, women can manage men who cheat. Me, I cheated on my former wife and had 2 issues. But she was able to manage me. I forgave her.
You forgave her? You cheated?
No, sorry. No, she forgave me. Sorry. She forgave me by me compensating her. You know, when a man cheats, you can compensate a woman. Some can buy watches, some buy cars, some also ask the woman, what do you want?
What did you do?
Me, my is this thing, money.
You give her good money.
Give me more 10,000 Ghana.
At that time?
At that time.
It will be small.
And then I said, I'm sorry. It will not happen again.
And she accepted?
Yes.
Let's go to Wager. Wager.
Hello.
Yes, you are live. Go ahead.
Good morning.
Morning.
My name is Iman Odasa.
My name is Kafude.
All right. Yeah, please. I'm watching the program and really it's interesting. I'm learning a lot, and my spouse is with me. And then we have some issue that we want a lawyer to help us here.
The woman is with you.
It will benefit others. Yes.
Okay, go ahead. What's the issue?
Yes.
What's the issue?
And the whole issue is she asked a question that she wanted to find out from the lawyer that is it necessary when a man contributes to the house, is the woman also eligible to contribute, or the man is just take care of everything in the house?
Like chop money, housekeeping money, things like that?
Chop money, bills, school fees, everything concerning the family.
Yes,
are you qualified to answer this question?
Yes.
Go ahead.
You see, going over the days, in a traditional setting, where women were seen like they come to help the man acquire property. So the man's responsibility is to maintain the woman. And then after the death, or the woman don't have any interest in the assets of the man because you're a helper. One of the days. But now, the marriage has become a business. Marriage now is not seen in the traditional way. Now, the law is that both parties has a responsibility to maintain. So you may, the marriage now has become a partnership. So the man can decide to be the breadwinner, go out there, make money, whilst the woman becomes the homemaker, take care of the children and work so hard, and then they live together. Okay. But currently the law is that the man gives, the woman too must contribute. So the man is not supposed to maintain and keep on spending money whilst the woman saves her money and use her money differently. So you can decide that whilst I use my money to pay school fees, you do this, and then you also do. So it's a decision. It's a decision.
Let's go to Ajwa in Tema. Ajwa, greetings.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning. What's on your mind?
Yeah, I want to ask lawyer. If you have a case with a man,
right,
and he refuses to take his responsibility for the rest, he's not taking care of his responsibility since the kids were born.
Right.
Is there any law to restrict him from not even coming close to the kids?
Okay.
You see,
don't want to have any access to the kids. Is there any law like that?
Please, madam, any man who is not taking care of a child is a criminal. So under the domestic violence act, you can go to the DOSU and then with a complaint, the man will be invited and given the responsibility to take care of the children. Failure to do so, he goes to the family tribunal.
So he's a criminal.
It's a crime. It's a domestic
negligent daddy.
Yes. You have to. But you see, you cannot deny a man access to his children. Even if he's not. So what I'm saying that the man is saying that, look, because you're not taking care of me, I will not give you access. No.
She can't do that.
Don't do that. Okay. You know, the painful thing is that if the child is a girl, now girls have a way of, they love their mom, their dad. So you take the trouble and take care of the child, the girl, but you still gravitate towards the father. Where's the dad? So please make sure that the man becomes responsible.
Right.
Take care to the process, so that at least the man should maintain the child, and then you also support the child. Okay. And then you give the man reasonable access. That's it, reasonable.
Let's go to Kaswa. Good morning. Hello. Bye-bye, Kaswa. Kaf, please ask the lawyer if the child of a married couple is found out as not. I don't understand this. Hello. Is Kaswa still on the line?
Yes, please.
Greetings. What's your name?
Yeah, I'm Ekia.
Ekia, greetings. Go ahead. Lawyer Ampa wants to speak to you.
Okay, please, I want to know if the couple can go for the ordinance certificate and then sign after the customary marriage without going to the court or even doing it in the church.
Yeah. You see, with customary marriage, you don't need to sign. You just go and apply for the original certificate. But with ordinance, you always need the certificate as evidence.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay. I think we're out of time this morning, but next week we are continuing. It's a series, and you're going to be here again, definitely, God willing. So we're looking at divorce, annulment, and marital rights in Ghana. And let's force deeply into your
seriously.
So do you do alimony and things in Ghana?
Yes, I do a lot of alimony.
What is the highest amount of alimony?
It depends upon the assets between the parties. Normally, the court do what we call, you swear affidavit of means. Meaning, the man must be able to tell the court how much you earn, your expenses, your source of income,
and then you take a share of that.
Then the woman too also swear an affidavit of means. You know, so that the woman too also tell the court how much you earn, your assets. You see, at times the women have this mentality that it is only the man who have to take care when it comes to alimony. The law use the word spouse. So at times you, the man, you can go to court and claim alimony from the woman.
Let's take Bismarck's call. Last caller, Bismarck. Bismarck. Bye-bye, Bismarck. Bismarck, you're in.
Okay, I want to ask lawyer that I have one wife under the ordinance marriage, and now she's learning access. I want to seek for a divorce.
She's denying you access. She's not giving you the booty.
Is there sex or what?
What is the access? To a door or what? What kind of access are you talking about? She's not giving you sex?
Yes, please. She's
Okay.
not giving me sex in
All right. Okay.
Yes, we are not having sex.
You're not having sex.
And I want to seek for divorce. The procedure for that.
Procedure to get more sex?
No, to get the divorce.
Oh, you want to divorce her?
To get divorce.
Please, it's a grounds. But my advice to you is that the woman is cheating. So let her go.
If she's not giving you...
Yeah, definitely. Women love sex. Most women, they love sex. Out of 10, a woman will give you sex when it's in love. When it's out of love, you will not get. And these days, ask the man, he may be living in a compound house. And compound house living is a fertile grounds for cheating.
For cheating.
Yes, you see cross carpet. A husband is having sex with B wife, and B is having sex with A wife, and the landlords. And then when they are going to the restaurant, the landlords are enjoying people's wives. Compound house, what is happening in the compound house?
It's crazy.
If you not check, you understand that? No, I don't. Hey. For me. In a chopper, the chopper. So in a compound house, let me tell you something. Any wife who asks for money is a cheat. Any wife. If your wife is used to, and they say, Kwame, buy me phone, buy me Indomie. You live in a compound house and your wife is always asking for favor. She'll do it for you.
Trouble for you.
Yes, definitely. So a married woman should not ask for favor. You have to reject gifts. Every kind of gift you have to get, unless it's coming from your close relatives. How can you expect your wife to take a gift from the ex?
Disaster.
How many women will reject gifts from their ex? You are using Banshee phone. Then your ex returned from the UK and calls you and say they had iPhone 13. How many women will say that I'll not go for it? How many women can tell their husband that, oh, Kwame, my ex, has bought iPhone 12, so I'm going for it? Because if you go, what is going to happen? You cannot come and disclose. You cannot come and account for where you went.
We have more conversations, and I'm sad today has ended. But next week, we're looking at divorce, annulment, marital rights in Ghana. Our guest, as always, Mr. Maurice Ampao, 25 years at the bar. And thank you so much for the education.
Thank you. I wish President Mama well.
Yes.
I'm saying Ghana to support him.
You're not going to Togo?
No. Togo is Togo. Ghana is sweet.
Happy birthday to you. God bless. We're out. Thank you. God bless.